niggas, real talk from a real place. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Nika's Real Talk from a Real Place. I'm your girl, Nika, Coach Nika, or you can call me Coach NeNe, whichever one you choose, okay? Because NeNe, that's my throwback name right there. NeNe. That's all I used to be saying. I'm tired of doing stuff for you people around here. Oh God, give me a break. This is not a job. But anyway, hello everyone. Let me pull my girls up a little bit because they kind of healthy. Okay. But anyway, I want to first start off by saying if you have not purchased Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet, Sweet Dreams, written authors, myself, Shanika, Curtis. You may say Hayes on it. But anyway, my daughter's name is Brooklyn Hayes, and we are the authors of that book. I also have the purple book. I call it Journal to Victory. It's a journal to help you overcome your past, your failures, and your fears. And so, with that being said, that is that. So today's topic is about divorce. Okay. Well, I got quite a bit of experience in this arena. Yeah, I do. I have quite a bit of experience. And actually, let me take my calm down, good pills. Okay, let me make sure these are not okay. But, divorce affects people in different ways. I would say that it could be a battle. It definitely can be a battle. I'm just gonna hit you with the woo woo woo. Okay. All right. Yeah, it could be different. So I'll tell you about the difference between my two divorces that I am experiencing, what I'm experiencing now. Oh. Y'all see Taurus. We about to run through this one. We got 2 more days. Run through it. Taurus. Hey, Craig. Yay. Y'all see the Taurus? She gotta look like me though, don't she, y'all? She look like me. But anyway, yes, Taurus and Bull Gang. Gang. Where you at? Bull Gang. All right, I am so proud to be a Taurus. All right. Hello, everyone. I will not keep stopping to say hello. But if you all have any questions as I'm going through this podcast, say something. Or you put a question in or whatever the case may be. And I will try to respond to you once we're at the end of the topic. But I gotta keep flowing because if I don't say what I gotta say, I'm gonna forget. Okay. That's why I be telling y'all to wait. So hello everybody. So when we come to the topic divorce can affect people in different ways, and some people are just not willing to give up. Some people want to think there's still something there and it's not. And then you got the petty mother. That's what I'm gonna say. That basically want to utilize you for their own personal gain. So whatever it may be. Like, say for instance, my first husband, I solely depended on him. Like solely. Um he was a bus driver. I basically was a stay-at-home mom, where I got to stay at home. But one thing I learned in that situation though, being a stay-at-home mom is all fine and dandy. But what happens when the relationship tarnishes? Okay, that's something that you have to kind of think about. How do you reflect on those type of things? And so for me, like I said, the first divorce, it was funny. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time of it. Um, one thing I will say to people, if you want to get married, ain't it, can I be your girlfriend? Where are you and where you're from? You're gonna have to hit my DM on Coach Neca. Hit my DM. Cause I don't know if I could be your girlfriend, you got that money. Cause I need a whole lot of money. Money, okay? Oh, make it clear. Oh, y'all trying to get me off my topic, but I'm not. Oh, you from India? Ah, yeah, we too far apart. We on different time zones and everything. So I don't know. I don't know how to be your girlfriend, but like I said, make it clap. You got that money, honey. You got that honey, okay? So, anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, divorce, like I said, I talk about my first divorce, but I'm also going to talk about my second one as well. And like I said, I've always wanted to be a mother. I don't know why I put this gun in my mouth because I know I chew ghetto Lily, okay? I'm going to put the gun back on. Because y'all, I be trying. Y'all gonna see my ghetto say, for real. Okay, you say you appreciate. Oh, I could make a cut, but I ain't about to do that. This is a podcast. We're doing a podcast, right? So, like I said, the first divorce I went through, I would say it was kind of bad because basically the landlord, I don't know, I guess him and her kind of talked about, him moving upstairs and basically making it seem like he was moving. So the day he was moving, I was like, well, I'm staying home because I want to see what's going on. And I kept hearing like people shoes upstairs. I was like, I know there's no ghosts in here. Is Casper, is that you? Yeah, I don't have to make an effort to make it clap. I know how to make it clap. Okay, jump, jiggle, all that. Okay, I'm a twerker. That's what I do. All right, so then I ended up, my spiritual mother, she let me get the apartment upstairs from her. It was 2 bedroom for me and my boys, where we paid $500 a month. It was hard paying that $500. I'm not gonna even sit here and like act like it was super easy. It wasn't. Um, so we ended up getting that apartment. So then one of my cousins had got killed. So, I was basically riding down the way of where, we used to stay because I know my way around from that way. Because like I said, I'm not from the south side. I'm a west side of West Side. Throw it up the W. Oh. That's that Ice Cube flavor. If y'all don't know what I was just hitting right there. But yeah, so I didn't really know a whole lot about the South Side like that. But anyway, I was just I was going that way, and so I was like, wait a minute, why is his car down there? I knew he told me he had to clean up, but I'm like, it don't take that long to clean up. So I called him. I said, hey, how you doing? And he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I said, what you doing? He's like, well, I'm washing my clothes. I said, okay, cool. I said, where are you washing your clothes at? I was like, are you at the laundromat? He was like, yeah. I was like, you're not at the laundromat. You're at the house. I was like, and I see your car. And with that being said, I know what it is. I said, you go with the old lady? He said, no, I don't go where I still on the second floor. I said, okay, that's all I needed to hear. But other than that issue, it was a lot of run-ins with us with the custody thing. We both had joint custody, but it was crazy. Like we were not good in that frame. So one day I literally had to tell my son, I said, son, I love you with all my heart. I said, but we're gonna have to take a step back from your dad. And I do that because I know how I can go as a person. I can go into a dark space really quickly. which I prefer not to, because if I do, it's not gonna look good for anybody. So, word to the wise. So, me and him, we ended up separating. I was paying, I literally had just found a job. I was only making $7 and something an hour at the time. Minimum wages, that's what it was. 750, 725, one of them. So anyway, I was working at this PLS check casher, which I found out was fraudulent. They was doing fraudulent activity, like people were stealing money. Well, let's not say people. The regional manager was stealing money. That's it. This nigga was stealing money so bad that he went to the hot dog stand one day, and it said the money dropped out the car. I said, the money dropped out the car, and he had to hurry up, pick it up, and put it back in there. So he was on real stealing spree. Um, then once Julie Garza, you say, can you clap me? You got that money? I need money. I got bills to pay, y'all. I can't just be letting y'all clapping. I ain't got no money. Ready for tonight? What's going on tonight? My birthday is next Saturday, y'all. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up a cash app, and I want y'all to bless me. Okay, bless me indeed. All right, send the cash. I'm gonna put it in the description though. I'm gonna put it in the description, so y'all get ready, because I am going to be 40 plus threes company. I call my children my threes company, so I am going to be. You want a baby? Yeah, Julie, you gonna have to find you another girl, because I'm 40. I'm going to be 43 next week, next Saturday to be exact. No more babies. No more babies. Okay. So, how did the first divorce kind of go down in shambles? It was the fact that we weren't intimate. It was a distance between us, and I am very high. How do I put this? I am very highly sexual. Okay, that makes sense. I'm a hot girl. Okay, hot. Where the hot girls at? Right here, over there, all that. So, when I got needs, I got needs. That's just it. That's all. I don't care who does it. I mean, not saying that it's right, but it's my life, my story. I just want to tell it. All right. And so then we kind of became distant from each other. Then it was, school. He went to school. I told him he should go back. He went to school. I had my second child by him. My first baby daddy was killed in the street. He was in the street life, I was too. I used to be in the street life as well. Um, yeah, y'all tripping in them comments though. Ain't nobody over here about to have no baby. Baby, I'm about to be 40 plus threes company. That's my kids. My oldest is 25. He will be 26 next month. And I have a 21-year-old and a 13-year-old. Okay? So, yeah. Baby land left for me. Okay? I'm not trying to have nobody baby. Okay? Just not trying to do it. Because I don't want to push nobody baby out. Okay? I'm done. Done with all that. So, like I said, the relationship between my first husband and me kind of dissolved. And I told my son to prepare himself for it, because I'm like, when my kids are in a state where they're sad or they're depressed or whatever the case may be, I will give space to them away from, their fathers. Not to be spiteful or anything like that. Sometimes people just need a break from other people, especially people that are draining souls. Which Which goes into my next topic. I filed for divorce July the 8th of last year. First of all, this guy, he's an attention seeker and he's always seeking attention. Actually, to be honest with you all, they have compromised my whole phone by hacking me, invading my privacy consistently. They know who they are. I'm not gonna even call no names out, but they know who they are. Julie, my water broke. Y'all telling stories about babies. This is not about that. This is about divorce. All right. So I told my daughter, I said, it's time for us to give your dad a break because the stuff that he was doing was just not right. And not only that, but it was just like he'll have appointments set and then wouldn't show up and wouldn't call, wouldn't say anything about it. Not that we are on those kind of terms anymore, but he said he wanted to be my friend, but he didn't really want to be my friend. He just wanted to come into the house so that he can steal what he wanted to steal out of my house, which is why it's interesting because he stole my identity. He actually shared it with his girlfriend, which she calls into the mortgage company. They go into my ADT system. Like if I see two links on there, I screenshot it because I know it's them. I got a new security system. They even got into that one and kept making it go off. I was just like, I'm over it. I'm done. It's not worth my time. Like, so the traumatic part is when you have a child with someone, a real child, because of course that was a red flag for me when I first met. Well, we used to go to high school together, but we never talked to each other. I was into older men anyway, so we ended up talking. I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm young. I know it's contagious, y'all. So, I basically started dating him, but he told me that the lady that he was dating wasn't there anymore at his house. He had took me in their house and everything, and the whole time that woman was still there because I seen them big old witch shoes, and I'm like, whose shoes are those? He's like, oh, that's my sister. Come to find out, they wasn't even really that close at that time. So anyway, um, when my grandma used to say this about people that lie like that. They're fantastic liars. Okay. Um, they're fantastic liars. And so he will lie at the drop of a dime. It is really sad. He actually believes his lies, which is the bad part. I'm gonna have to get my gum, y'all. I'm gonna have to get my gum. But yeah, so it's like, any lie that he makes up, he believes it. Which is the crazy part because there's definitely something mentally not there right. But he had the nerve to go into my chart, which is your public, it's not public, which is your PHI and HIPAA laws. Nobody should be going into your chart, even if you compromise their phone, which like I said, they stole a lot of money from me. There's a lot of stuff going on. With that being said, and there's no other way to explain it. I want to say the woman she got to be a little off too, because for a woman to be doing all of that, for a man, you need help. You need help. You really do. Because there is no way I'm about to be Bunny and Clyde with a nigga and end up in jail. She said she's supposed to have 7 kids, but I've never seen her with 7 kids, so I don't believe she has them. She could be a fantastic liar like him. Um, but like I said, they try to pretend like they don't go together, but they do go together. Because the woman had the nerve to even tell me one time, said, I seen you a video of him eating my... I said, oh. Um, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that nasty thing. I mean, he might like licking it, but I don't want to lick it. So what is you showing me for? I don't care. That's his life. That's what he chose. And then he'll say in an email, what girlfriend? You know what girlfriend? The same girlfriend that came up to the school. They took my baby, y'all. They took my daughter. Um, which I said at this point, all bets are off. I cannot, and I will not talk to someone or be a part of someone's life, even if it's with a child. They are going to have to find some way for him to see his child without me being involved. I don't want him around me. I do not like him. I hate his guts, to be honest with you. Because anybody that does that type of stuff to a woman, I mean, being petty, well, you and your girlfriend, you steal my daughter keys, you come into the house while we're sleeping. Get a fucking life. That is stupid. But then it'll be like, oh, you're just making that up and you're just paranoid. Nigga, you delusional. Okay? Delulu. That's what you are. Very delusional. And he believes his lies. That's the sad part about the whole thing, y'all. He believes his lies that he is telling. So, with people like that, you need to leave them where they are. Don't even try to go back. Don't try to double back or anything. I did not double back, but I did ask him for help when all of a sudden, when he moves out, there's a pest issue here. I'm like, now, all these years, we never had a pest issue. So it was probably them just trying to run me out of my house. But again, like I tell people, when we was going through, it made my little stomach hurt. When we was going through the different things, the different things that we were going through, it was just like, I was at a point, after 2018, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I pretty much checked out of the relationship after 2018. Even though we had some type of vow renewal that year, the beginning of the year, I had checked totally out. He wanted to start an argument. It was Christmas. I love Christmas. I love my birthdays. So anybody messing around my birthdays, Christmas, and all that, I don't got much to say to you. I don't like you anymore. And the fact that he's doing what he's doing now, lying on documentation, and a judge is agreeing with it. How is it that your daughter missed 30 days out of school? Very interesting. So anyway, with that being said, I totally do not like him. I would never like him again because he knows exactly what he's doing. He wants attention, but he needs to go get it from his bitch, not from me. Okay? I'm not censoring anything, y'all, because this is just, it is what it is. Stop coming to my house. Stop invading my privacy. Stop stealing my money. Stop doing everything that you're doing because you're going to go to jail. And I will press them charges real hard, okay? Order in the court ain't no order. Press them charges. People that steal from you, they only want to see you fail in life. And so if that is the case, you got to move forward, baby. You have to move forward. Don't let somebody just do what they want to do to you and then accept it. So like I said, he had started destroying property. Like he had broke my window back there I'm in the basement, and not only did he break it, I had film on it to protect it. And when the storm came, he took it off and busted. But yet you go to the judge, oh, judge. I mean, the man can get an Oscar for the way he plays in front of the judge. And the judge does not like me, which I don't even care about. The only thing I care about is getting fairness and justice in my case. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about the girl he's with. I don't care about him. I just care about my daughter. And it's so sad because it's like, you know, the daughter is being pulled both ways. When you're going through a divorce, kids have no business in the middle of your bullshit. Like, my son called to talk to his sister. And this guy's interrogating him like he's the fucking police. Like, are you cool? Like, that's not good. He just want to talk to his sister. He don't want to talk to you. He don't want to be involved in this mess, this bullshit that you got going on. Save it for your girlfriend. That's all I can tell you. But my baby, I have not been able to see her due to them giving him temporary custody. This bastard takes my baby to the hospital, which is crazy because when she had therapy appointments, she had a good therapist. She gave us coping skills, everything that we needed right then and there. But then they started throwing her stuff into the garbage. Well, I didn't know that the therapist had reached out. So now my baby has to get another therapist as soon as possible. But I'm telling you, being in a relationship with a supposed to be adult that acts like a child is not a good situation to be in. Because they would drag in everybody, the kids and everything else, because they want people to be on their side. If you are fucking wrong, you're fucking wrong. Stop it. This is Neca Real Talk. I'm giving it to y'all raw. And so I just, like I said, after 2018, he started the argument. Now, prior to that, I found out I had vertigo. And so I was a little dizzy and stuff like that. I couldn't drive, things like that. So I ended up, you know, getting back to the house or whatever. So when he started this argument, I was like, let me go upstairs because I don't got time for this bullshit. I went upstairs. And when I went upstairs, he runs behind me, like trying to keep arguing. I'm like, this motherfucker just don't get the picture, do we? Leave me the fuck alone. If I tell you I don't want to talk right now, you cannot force me to talk to you. That's anybody. If I don't want to listen to you, I don't have to listen to you. Y'all, why? I don't know if y'all ever seen Fred Sanford. But when I say that man grabbed his chest like he was going to get Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming to get you, honey. That's what Fred Sanford would say, right? And then he fell onto the floor. I feel like we need to give him a clap. He needs an Oscar. Because, baby, he can act, okay? And so I call it the ambulance because I'm thinking the man is having a heart attack. Whole time it's just gas. So he's not worth my time or my energy anymore. I really don't. I don't view him the way I used to. I thought he was a stellar man. But then I found out he's nothing but a hater. Women, if you got men that hating on you for being great, that's not the man for you. Like this man, even one time got mad because he's talking about I got some nice glasses and he wanted some. And I'm like, what? And then now to bring in another woman to be like, just liking somebody because she don't even know. She don't know me like that. So it's just a lot. So now I have not, like I said, I went to court on Tuesday, which was the 7th. He has a judgment for the 8th, stating that he has temporary custody of his daughter. Again, I don't know anything about this, did not receive any notices or anything like this. That's why I want Allison Rosati from Channel 5 News. Allison, please call your girl, because I love me some Allison Rosati. And baby, I would sit down and do a whole interview with her to tell how my life has been in shambles. But my granny always told me, misery loves company. These people are miserable, so they want a little company. I'm not your company that you're looking for, because I would smack the shit out of y'all. Okay? So, like I said, I really wanted to fight that lady when she came to my daughter's school, because why the fuck is you up here in my daughter's school? You had no motherfucking right to be at her school. You're not her mother. You're not her stepmother. You are a nobody and a non-factor, okay? Stay in your fucking place. That's what's wrong with people today. This is how women get hurt. Because they can't stay in their fucking place. What is your baby daddy's at? Go and fuck on your baby daddies. Matter of fact, send one of your baby daddies to me. We could do a trade-off, okay? But, and then he talking about, I don't want to be with no woman with 7 kids. What type of man do I look like? A thirsty one. You thirsty.com, baby. Because, baby, I don't know no man that's about to be trying to be with a woman with 7 kids. That's way too many kids. Nah. Cut it. So, like I said, these people have stolen my identity. They have stolen from my house. I am still looking for my necklace that the guy from St. Thomas sent me. He said he wanted to send me that because it was a tourist thing. And it was just nice. It was a nice gift. But again, if people are jealous of you in a relationship, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Every time I did anything, like I had to get a new car because my truck that I had, they were saying the power steering was acting up, and there was some few other things that was going on. I had to get me another car. And to God be the glory, I literally drove that car off the lot with 10 miles. I've never had a new car. Never. I always get like used cars and I pay for them and stuff like that. So to have your own car fresh off the lot, even though they should have gave me a Bronco because I want to be on my OJ stuff, they gave me an Escape. So that's cool. But anyways, that is the story. But again, I have not seen or heard from my daughter in a whole week. She does supposed to have time with me to talk. But at this point, like I said, if I got to go through her dad, I won't call. Because I don't like him. And he knows I don't like him. And I never want him to talk to me again. Like, seriously. There's nothing you could... After you done showed your true colors to me, we won't... We can never be cool again. And like I said, me and my first husband, we were able to, get through the stuff and really talk and process 11 years later on what happened, what took place, and why it took place. So that is that. But let me see what y'all saying up in these comments, because I might want to... Who having a baby? Just say loud. I don't know. Safe deliveries on the baby, y'all. But, really, Justin, that's good. You have to find the right medication for you, because if you don't, you'll just be going through different medications. So, Justin, I'm actually happy that you are taking antidepressants to help you with your sadness and depression. It's very important. And that was another thing that my daughter, she was struggling with. She was struggling with being suicidal. And I told her, I said, baby, I said, mommy loves you and you're not going anywhere because I need you. And so parents, if you have children, you're going through a divorce, try to be there for your child in every way possible, but everybody's not going to be receptive of what you're doing. But you have to be receptive of what's going on. And also, I wanted to let you all know I lost my transgender woman cousin recently. Her boyfriend took her life. So my family is going through a lot already. And then to deal with this stupid stuff of my daughter being taken from me, I can't talk to her, I can't see her, made me cuss everybody out. Because you're not going to tell me I can't have a child. I can't see a child that I pushed out of my pussy, okay? This is mine. That's my baby. I carried her for 9 months. So nobody's going to tell me anything about my child. What Billy Hayes needs to do is move on with his life. Because at this point, you're just causing chaos for attention. And I'm so fucking tired and fed up with that bullshit. Get the fuck on. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't know, I want to talk to your ass again. As far as your girlfriend, you continue with your girlfriend, whatever works for you. Obviously, y'all are not happy with each other because you're basically all on my nutsack. And as Remy Monse say, you jumping on my dick like a pogo stick. Come on now. Move on. These people literally set up for 24 hours a day to stalk me. That's a lot of goddamn time to be stalking somebody. So they obviously don't have a life. And that ain't my fault. That's y'all motherfucking fault. So leave me the fuck alone for things turn bad. All right. All right, everybody. So the moral of this podcast is if your kids are crying out for help and they need some support, especially going through divorce, support them in any way you can. And everything will be fine. But I don't trust weirdos. Her dad seems like a weirdo to me. I don't trust him. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I pray that I get my baby back on the 30th and we go from there. But I never want to talk. That man cannot come to my house. He better park down there somewhere or just let my baby out so she can walk on the rest of the way. I don't want to deal with his ass no more. I don't fucking like him. I very much dislike him. Because you're trying to put pain on somebody that was fucking there for you. If people are good to you, pay them back by saying, you know what, I'm grateful for you. Not fucking try to do dumb shit to them to fuck their life up. That's when you know you're a zero. And I gotta get with a hero. I'm not ever going back to him. I don't ever want to talk back to him. He is a piece of shit to me at this point. All right? So that is how I feel. All of you. Yeah, Justin, it's a lot that's being said, right? But I am focused. I am remaining focused to do what God called me to do. And fuck the people who ain't on my train. Fuck the people who want to ride my wave. Fuck the people who are not helpful to me or beneficial to me in any way. And I don't want nobody telling me what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Because at the end of the day, it's all about my baby. I will go to Mount Everest and back down on behalf of my children. I don't play. I'm Mama Bear for real. And the fact that somebody goes to lie, he acts like a female. Like, that's female stuff. Only females act like that. That you want to be petty for petty or try to match somebody's energy. That's female tendencies. Which means you could be sweet baby Ray sauce, okay? So stop doing that shit. But like I said, for the most part, All I want them to do is stop hacking my accounts, stop compromising my phone, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? Because don't say I didn't warn y'all to leave me the fuck alone. I did. And that's just that. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Woosah Tabo Akuna Matata. Had to talk my stuff real quick and move on because they're non-factors to me at this point. So, to anybody that's going through, just know that you're going to make it through it. You just got to get through those storms, but you are going to be okay. I love y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in to Neca's Real Talk from a real place, okay? Love, peace, and just let your soul glow. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Smooches from Neca.